Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to EWM learning session. This is Hari Krishna Aram Shetty. I took a lot of break to make this video. Sorry about that. Uh, due to the time, I do not have time to make the videos, and this time I came up with an interesting topic, that is physical inventory in EWM. So most of the people who are working in EWM or who are learning EWM knows about the physical inventory. We know what is physical inventory, why we do the physical inventory. So the standard way of doing annual inventory and continuous inventory, identifying the differences and posting the differences to PCC. So all the standard procedure we know, and a lot of documentation and other videos available on that. Now this particular topic, I want to uh, two scenarios mainly. I want to showcase two scenarios. Generally, while the operators counting the stock inside the warehouse, they may see sometimes they may see that system is showing two handling units, but when they go to the bin physically, they see only one, or vice versa, system showing one and then we found two. How do we handle these situations? That is one thing. And in most of the businesses, the counting activity will be carried out using the RF devices. So how these missing or new HUs that we have found in a bin can be added using the RF? So that those two scenarios, that two scenarios you are seeing on the screen, I'll explain, and we will also see it in the system. So the scenario one is possible with the RF. Okay, so the scenario is like this. The book inventory shows bin A is having one pallet and bin B is having another pallet. Now, during the counting, when operator went to the bin, he sees physically bin A is having nothing and bin B is having two pallets. That means whatever the pallet that is there in showing in bin A is actually showing in bin B physically. So while counting, what we will do, the HU that is showing in bin A, we will maintain it as not existing, and then in bin B we will add that first HU that is missed. So we will see that process how we can do it in the RF. Okay, so in this case we don't see any differences because we are marking it as empty here and adding it here, so there is no difference here actually. In this counting process there is nothing missed, the entire stock is there. Here we created the inventory record for two pallets and the total two records are there. So after we counted and posted, we don't need to go to the difference analyzer. Difference analyzer doesn't show anything since there is no difference. Now coming to the scenario 2, we found a new HU in a bin. That means generally what happens is that sometimes we say that book inventory is one pallet and physical is empty. So when we post that difference, let's assume this bin B scenario is not there and we counted it and we posted, we have recorded it as empty, and then the difference has been posted to S4. So that means it is already adjusted. Whatever the difference we identified, that is adjusted in S4 or ECC side also. Now in this situation, at later point of time, let's say after a week or two, when operator is counting or doing the physical inventory, whatever we counted which is missed. Let's say we here we have marked it as missed. In this particular scenario, this palette we marked it as missed palette, or it is doesn't exist. But we found during the later 1 week, whenever we do the inventory, we found the same palette but in a different bin, in bin B. So how do we record that? Because we posted the differences already, and this HU is completely deleted from the EWM. So in this situation, we cannot use the RF. So we have to use a normal GUI transaction, and then uh, we have to follow a different process for recording the newly identified HU. So same scenario that we will see, like we see one palette here in the book inventory, but physically we found two palettes. The one palette may be that previously posted. So we see how we can add it. The standard steps are in this way. We create and we can count using the RF, and we post the differences, and we also check the difference analyzer for any differences. And for adding the new HU, we use this CWM/pack transaction. And whenever we are counting or posting the differences, mainly for posting the differences and clearing the differences, and also in case any recounting requirement is there. For these three scenarios, for these three steps, process, difference analyzer, and the recounting, the backend tolerances will play a major role. So based on the tolerances, the concerned person who is processing the physical inventory document will be able to post it or clear it. Okay, so now whatever the scenario, we will start with the step 1, wherein we need two bins here, which is having one palette, and then using the RF we will make one as empty and one as having two palettes. Okay, now I'm checking the stock. Let's take these two bins. We can take anything actually. So in this case, I will take, right, and I'll note it down the HU numbers as well. Okay, so now we have decided to go with this. It is having stock type and all. We don't see it now because it doesn't matter. Generally, it should be F2, but for the counting purpose, we are taking this example. So stock type really doesn't matter. We will go to the GUI transaction to create the inventory record. Okay, so we said that we will create the inventory record for these two bins which we identified here. Select all, set flag, and save it. So our inventory record number is sorry, it is not showing up here, so I will put down the number here. 100019 is our inventory record number. Okay, now we will go to edit. Okay, so if we go into the details, we will get the warehouse order number. So this is a right. So I have, so for both the lines, we see the same. Okay, so I am logging into RF, going into internal warehouse order number. I'm not talking about the how we are able to process the warehouse order here, because that is again based on our resource management setup. A queue determination happens, that queue has to be assigned to our resource. Based on that, we will be able. Okay, so now see, this is the first bin it is showing to us. Okay, so let's verify the bin. Enter. And this particular HU I will mark it as missing. I entered, and then here if I choose FX F4, which is not existing, it will show the pop-up. Do you want to mark all non-counted HUs as not existing HUs? Say yes. You will see the text here not exist. Okay, and then save it, showing the second bin, and whatever missing HU is there, that we will add here. That is our scenario, right? Okay, so now first I will add the missing HU. Let's assume that we found the handling unit in this bin only. Okay, it is saying that a handling unit is not in the bin. Do you want to process the HU? Say yes. You can see it down. Okay, and then when you press enter, you will see all the details of the product. So verify the product, enter the quantity, right, and then save it. Now go back and do the same activity. You can notice that the status has been changed to counted for one HU. Now this is actually there in the bin. Now we are counting that one also. Okay, verify the material, enter the quantity, and then save it. So now the right, before we refresh, the action is showing counted. Now whenever we refresh the screen, the PA status shows counted and action should be posted. Let's see. We see the same action post difference and PA. Again, I will copy these two bins. I'll try to. Let's keep only these two bins so that we can understand clearly. So now before we do this, two bins having one pallet. Two bins, two pallet differences. Let's see what happens. Now I posted the differences. Save it. The status show. Now refresh the monitor and see. You will see only one bin, and you will see both the handling units in the same bin. Bin A is having one pallet and bin B is having one pallet in the system. When operator is counting, physically he found bin A is nothing and bin B is two pallets. So using the RF, after completing the inventory and push the differences, we see both the handling units into the. So these are the different. When we are actually working with the client, there will be different scenarios will be coming up like this. These are some of the variations. There may be other variations also, but in case whenever we get these type of requirements, we should be able to handle them efficiently and propose in this way. And now let's assume that we'll go to the scenario 2. Let's assume that a new HU, a new handling unit has been found. The system is showing only one pallet, but the operator found an additional pallet into a bin physically. and how to add that into the while counting, how can we add it to the inventory document and uh, do the counting for that particular document. So we don't need to create any additional document. Using the same inventory document, we can do the counting, add the additional HU that has been found in the bin, and then we can continue to do the inventory. Let's choose a bin now for this activity. Okay, let's try to work with this particular bin. For this scenario, this is the bin. Okay, so the new HU we will create using the pack option. So the scenario we are clear that when we are counting the bin, when we are doing the physical inventory in the to this bin, as per the system we have one handling unit, but physically there are two handling units. So when we find an additional handling unit, how to add that newly identified handling unit to the inventory document. Okay, so the first step is create process remains intact. Enter the bin, create inventory record. Okay, so it is 20. The inventory record is 11020. Now, as we discussed, we found a new handling unit number in the bin. So for that, this bin for which you created the inventory record and execute. So you see this handling unit already here. So along with this, first you create an empty handling unit. Okay, into the same bin. Enter the same bin. Right, so this is clear, right? So in case if you want to add, generally in 99% of the cases you will find a HU like this, and in those cases you can add that handling unit number, so that same number will be added here. In this case we are generating a new handling unit number, which may not happen in most of the cases. We identify the handling unit numbers in a different location, so external handling unit number we can add here. So in this case I have created a new handling unit number, so which is 83022, right? So this is clear, right? And then save it. Counting screen. Okay, so here we have to start the counting now. So I'll enter ABCD as my name, and whoever is counting, I just give an ABCD. So and then you have to give the date. Now you see that there are two lines added, which is for the handling unit that is already existing. Now the newly identified handling unit we have to add manually into the item level of the counting screen. So same way you can add header and item. So L H, and this is H S, press enter, so that you will see these fields are enabled. Okay, you see the handling unit is enabled, so add this handling unit, and remaining information you can follow the above line and make it same. So here the counting quantity also I am entering directly, five pieces in each bin, I mean each handling unit. All the remaining information we can just like copy paste the material number and the stock type, right? So all information I am copying and pasting, even the owner. I think that's it. So this GR rental not required. I think all the mandatory information we have entered: quantity, material, and here also the same handling unit we will add. Get item level. Okay, here the item level is 1 2 automatically system has taken. Okay, so we are done almost. So we have done everything, and then now we will save the counting. Okay, so the counting has been completed, and the next step is to post the inventory document. So now we have to save it so that the status gets changed. Check the monitor for the stock situation. We can see that a newly identified handling unit has been added to this bin. So this is the one we created newly, and we counted that as an identified pallet into this bin, and we posted the inventory. I would like to share with you in this session. There are more scenarios, and the different combinations you can try before posting to ECC and after posting to ECC. Different missing scenarios, all that you can you can think of, and try all those combinations using RF and without RF. All the possibilities based on your business requirements, we can try and get it achieved. Okay. Hope this video gives you a fair amount of idea on how we execute the physical inventory in EWM. So thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.